Welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us. Our webinar today is Connecting with Parents about Early Warning Systems, Tips and Resources for School Districts. My name is Sarah Rand. I am a Partner Engagement and Communications Consultant at REL Midwest at the American Institute for Research. Our agenda for today, we have a group of fantastic presenters. We're going to be talking about what it's like, or some of our recommendations for communicating with parents, specific communication strategies for early warning systems. We'll share a very exciting new parent resource brochure that will be yours to use. And we will talk about school-level communication from an educator perspective at the end. A few housekeeping items as we get started. We want this webinar to be interactive. So please ask questions of the experts using the Q&A. We have a chat box on the right side of your screen. We will compile the questions and the comments that you ask, so please submit them throughout the presentation. In addition, please feel free to chat with fellow participants throughout the webinar. This webinar platform you might not have used before. It's called On24. And to access the group chat, there is a blue word bubble icon at the bottom of your screen, and you actually have to click on this icon to have the box pop up. You can chat in that box with other participants, but please note that you do have to click on that comment box to bring that up. It's blue. So we've got the Q&A box. You can ask questions. The blue group chat box allows you to communicate with fellow participants. So please talk with us as we do the webinar. This webinar is put on by Regional Education Laboratory Midwest. We are a part of a network of 10 regional educational laboratories. We're funded by the U.S. Department of Education's Institute for Education Sciences. Each REL serves a designated region of the country. We focus on the Midwest. And we focus on the priority of helping states and districts use data and analysis to address important policy and practice issues. Our goal, ultimately, is to improve student outcomes. This webinar is part of a special learning series that all of the 10 RELs across the U.S. are participating in about early warning systems. There's a web page that you can visit to see all the related events and resources. That website is actually listed in a resource box, also found at the bottom of your screen. This is a green box that you have to click on to expand, and you'll see the link to this learning series web page there. Also in the resource box, which is green, there are PDFs of all the brochures that we'll talk about later today, as well as an agenda for this webinar. So definitely pull up that green resource box and check out all the good resources and links there. Our goals for today: we want to discuss the challenges, successes, and importance of communicating with parents about early warning systems. And we want to share some exciting strategies and tools that you can use to communicate effectively with parents. I'm excited to introduce our fantastic panelists today. First, we will have Lacey Wood. She is a Principal TA, Technical Assistance Consultant at American Institute for Research. She has more than 16 years of experience in family and community engagement and more than 18 years of experience with support systems for school improvement. She leads the Family Engagement State Leaders Network, which is a group of SEA, family engagement staff across the U.S. Next, we will have Monty Williams. She's a researcher at the American Institute for Research with experience in college and career readiness, with a particular emphasis on post-secondary pathways and transitions. For the past 3 years, Dr. Williams has provided technical assistance to 10 schools that are using early warning intervention and monitoring systems to help students stay on track for high school graduation. Next, we welcome Sonika Dillon, a researcher for REL Midwest. She has extensive experience supporting research on early warning systems, including helping to develop an intensive early warning system professional development series. Finally, we welcome Lori Krasinski. She is the data coordinator at Scott High School in Toledo, Ohio. Her role is to facilitate the use of both student and adult level data in school decision making. Her overarching goal is to raise student achievement. Welcome all of our presenters. And we want to know who you are. So I'm going to put up a poll here. If you can select one of the buttons. If it's other, you can introduce yourself in the group chat box. Again, you can access the group chat box by pulling up, it's at the bottom of your screen. It's a blue box that you have to click. So take a moment to take our poll. All right. If you haven't already, please take a second to share what your role is. And let's take a look. We have a bunch of other people here. We've got some district administrators, state education agency staff, policy professionals. So if you haven't yet introduced yourself, if you are in that other category, please do so in the chat box. Looks like we have, another data coordinator from Toledo Public Schools. We have someone from the New Hampshire Parent Information Center. Welcome. We have Leanne from a PTA Education Commissioner. Fantastic. Great. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter, Lacey Wood.